his man on the spot.
Southampton with what looks like their strongest lineup for a fixture in which they've tended to do rather well. Twice since they were promoted, they've ended Leeds' unbeaten home run here. The second time 2 years ago this month in a remarkable match, which they won by 2 own goals and a penalty, and by doing so knocked the props from underneath Leeds' bid for the treble. Back in the side today, Brian O'Neill starting a match for the first time since November the 13th, when Southampton beat Leeds 2-1 at the Dell. A cartilage operation and a 9-week suspension have been the reasons for his absence. Leeds have been forced to make one change from the side that beat Cardiff in the Cup last week and gave a scintillating exhibition of football skills against Manchester United a fortnight ago, and that at fullback. Terry Cooper has a knee injury, so Paurini comes in at number 2, and Paul Madeley, that man of all shirts, wears number 3. Mick Jones, the Leeds number 9, all prepared to play his 300th league game, his 151st for Leeds United. Previously he played 149 for Sheffield United, and in fact he needs 3 goals for his 50 for Leeds. Southampton in the stripes, playing right to left and with the wind behind them. It's been pouring with rain for the last 5 minutes, but fortunately it's just relented. Paul Madeley. Jones beaten by Steele. The two teams in identical positions from that match on March the 28th, 1970. Southampton in 18th place, Leeds second. Alan Clark. Hunter. Madeley. Gray on the touchline. And it was Gray who started things against Manchester United. And everybody else joined in the act. O'Neill. Terry Payne. O'Neill, who came on as a substitute last week, and has had 1 game in the reserves. Ron Davies. Turn, creates a bit of space for himself. Shannon shot. Goal kick. Mick Shannon scored 2 fine goals the last time we saw him on television for the England under-23 team against the Scotland under-23 team at Derby. Good running across by Jones, found space for Lorimer. Clark is unmarked on the far side of the box, but it's too long. No, it's not. Gray to Bremner. Forward for Gray again. Jones, Gray. Clark out to the left. In comes Clark. At last. The goal that's been coming the whole of the half. Scored by Alan Clark. The move worked in midfield. Bremner, Gray. Out to Clark, coming in from the left. The angle wasn't good, but it was good enough for Clark. I don't know what Don Reeves is saying, but he must have been getting a bit frustrated with Leeds with so much of the play, but they've waited until the 38th minute to score a goal. Now what will follow? Could well be floodgates on the evidence of what we've seen before. Clark! Blocked by Gabriel. Alan Clark again. Lorimer. Jack Charlton stretching for it. Lorimer did very well. Still doing well. No foul has been given. Lorimer protesting. Stokes. Gray through to Lorimer. Jones coming in, number 2. Peter Lorimer's 16th league goal of the season is 21 in total. 4 from Gray, moving out to the right. And although Jones was coming in on the left-hand side, Peter Lorimer didn't need him with a power-pack punch. Stokes, Shannon. Southampton now have got to completely alter their tactics. They were giving all the impressions of playing for the draw. Away goes Lorimer. Clark and Jones to his left, and Bremner. In comes Clark, taken away from him by Martin. Darius Brake wanting to go across and collect. Been a spectator except for one save. Clark, Lorimer. Might just have time. No, they won't. The only question of the half was why we waited so long for the first goal. The answer might well be Jimmy Gabriel, but after 37 minutes of frustration for Leeds, Alan Clark scored in the 38th minute, and then Peter Lorimer followed it up with number 2 in the 41st. Alan Clark, who scored the first of them, the far side of those 3. John Giles, number 10, back to Jack Charlton. The rain has gone away again, but the wind now blowing from behind Leeds United. Alan Clark beating the touchline. Lorimer. Steele, who made the tackle, lived up to his name then. On Davies. Surprised to see Hunter caught like that. Very rare moment. A little bit more of the sole shoe shuffle. Clark making a good run right to left. Jones now behind him on the touchline. The move into the middle is a bit slow though. Now Gray. Bremner. Jack Charlton coming up square. Two Southampton on 1. Gray. Mick Jones. Inside McCarthy. Gray. Madeley square. Lorimer out to the right. Gray. Giles, Clark, the Stripes are running around, but they're keeping it out at the moment. And they're forcing Leeds to play it along the line. Clark calling for it on the far side. Here's Lorimer. Oh, he's beaten him twice. Still got a chance to cross it. Gabriel's header. Clark. Clark, Lorimer, blocked by McCarthy. 2 up for Southampton. Now 3. With all the Leeds defences assembled. Giles. Bremner. Jones is left, Lorimer is right. Ron Davies. Shannon, Davies. The free kick given against Norman Hunter. Jimmy Gabriel's gone up on the near side as we look, wearing number 5. There he is with Ron Davies. Gabriel now coming across the area, Davies coming in behind him, but the ball being held up a bit in the wind. Nice use of a stretched right leg. Gray. Jenkins. Shannon. Davies. Shannon a bit slow to get to his feet. Clark. Giles. That's for Lorimer, nicely flighted. I suspect that might well have beaten Martin if it had been on target. So much quicker. John Giles, look at the space there. On for Clark. So easy, but so beautifully set up and finished. So much space for Giles, about 10 or 15 yards into the Southampton half. The ball pushed through for Alan Clark, who took it with the nonchalance of a very, very good player. Out of the match, goal number 3, and it won't be the finish. It didn't go. The linesman said it did, but I doubt very much if the whole of that ball crossed the line. Crowd breaking into, we're going to win the league. Now you've got to believe us. On the evidence of what we've seen of Leeds in recent weeks, it doesn't take too much believing. People in Manchester City and Derby might have other thoughts, and elsewhere down in Highbury. Here's Mick Jones. Did he play the ball, the goalkeeper? Got to give him benefit of the doubt. I didn't see what was wrong with that tackle. Stood in with the ball. The referee didn't like it. Here's Lorimer. Clark. Jenkins. Giles. Free kick against Stokes. No, it's not given, but here's Lorimer. And I think that must count as a no-goal. But a valiant attempt to save it. As Peter Lorimer found himself clear, as it looked as though Stokes had fouled, but it's McCarthy trying desperately on the line, and I think his foot in fact put it over. But it was an attempt to save the shot from Lorimer, and doubtless Lorimer will claim the credit for the goal. 64 minutes, 4-0 to Leeds United. And need one more to equal their best at home, which was the last match we saw against Manchester United. They also scored 5 in a home match played away from home at the beginning of the season when they beat Newcastle at Hillsborough. Here's O'Neill. a difference between the two sides. But it's beautiful to watch from Leeds United. Curiously enough, the fact that they were a great team was in a way taken as a derogatory remark, underestimating the individual ability of the players in that team. There's some great players here, I have no doubt about that. It's pretty difficult to find an ordinary player. Position. Bremner with the ball, Jones on the left, Clark in the middle. Referee has a quick word with Steele. Lorimer calling for it. Giles is even prepared to take his time to find Lorimer. Jones on the end of this, and Gray. Steele who flicked it away. Still in play. Bremner. Lorimer! He very nearly made it. Southampton has left it for going wide. But what a beautiful little back flick by Billy Bremner that put Madeley through. Presenting the ball to Peter Lorimer, and that is a thing that it's not very wise to do. And while all that was happening, Southampton had brought on their substitute, Tony Byrne, and the skipper Terry Payne, playing his 625th game, has gone off. 625th league game, that is. It's his 717th all told for the club, and not one that either he or the club will want to remember very much. And that at the moment makes it Leeds' best victory at 5-0. Both Newcastle and Manchester United scored one. Jones, and the foul has been given. Gets McCarthy. Over Bremner, Giles. Clark. Gonna go it alone. And he very nearly found the corner. Bremner, Lorimer, all the stripes coming out. Hunter's offside, he's got back now. Play number 6, Gray moving to the near post. Jack Charlton! Well, I said he wanted to go. You can see what he feels about it by the smiles. So, 6 to Leeds. O'Neill for Southampton. Gabriel now up in attack. It doesn't seem to matter anymore. Hunter away. Here's McCarthy. Giles. Clark. Byrne. Jenkins. Shannon. Gareth Drake, the coldest man around. Looks as though he wants to become an outfield player. Gray. Jack Charlton playing at right half. Charlton now playing it inside right. Still waiting for the ball to come up to him. So concerned as where everybody was. Bremner going through the middle. Well played by Fry, under some pressure. Steele. McCarthy to O'Neill. Jack Charlton had time to see whether O'Neill was hurt. Not a good return ball by Jones. Eric Martin, who conceded 8 at Goodison Park, 5 at home against Manchester United, now 6 here, and must wonder whether there's any more to come. Held off. Lorimer's underneath it. In comes Jones! Well, Martin didn't have to wait very long. Eddie Gray's run on the left, a typical run, balancing himself beautifully as he was attempted to be tackled by Stokes. The long cross, Lorimer's header down to Jones, who put it in for number 7. Leeds manager's face still not giving anything away. To say that Leeds are playing with Southampton is the understatement of the season. Poor Southampton just don't know what day it is. Every man jack of this Leeds side is now turning it on. Oh, look at that! It's almost cruel. The Ellen Road crowd are lapping it up. The second home match running, Leeds United are turning on a brilliant show, and the other team are just not on the park. Even when a pass goes astray, they can pick it up. got to feel some sympathy for Southampton. The gap between their position and Leeds is an almighty chasm. Jack Charlton is miles offside forward, that's why Lorimer's holding it. Well, credit Southampton with taking defeat gracefully, but really they were in a different league from Leeds United, who totally outclassed them. 3 goals for Peter Lorimer, 2 for Alan Clark, 1 for Jack Charlton, 1 for Mick Jones. Another brilliant performance by Leeds United, and Southampton really just didn't know what had hit them from the moment that Leeds went in front.